Charris.
Yep.
Do you often get called Charris?
I do all the time, and I hardly even notice anymore. It's the fault of the spelling.
Okay, and then is it a Greek thing to have the C?
Well, in Greek it's an X, Greek alphabet.
Ah.
And that is translated into the Western alphabet as CH.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why.
That's why. Very confusing.
So it's during the translation that we lost your name.
Lost in translation, absolutely.
That's so we wanted to talk about MB&F, the brand, and how it's not recently, but it's developed a bit of a family, some may refer to as cult following. How do you maintain that relationship with your tribe? And how do you continue to harness it, to make it thrive? How do you feed it?
Well, you're absolutely right. I mean, when you think of it, this friendly friends and family nature of the brand is included right in the name itself, from the very beginning. I mean, Max Busser and Friends, MB&F, how clear could it be? So it's always been there. It's always been very clear in our minds that, of course, we make watches, we try to make interesting machines and so on, but the community aspect of this, the family aspect, is so important. Whether it's with our suppliers, whether it's with our clients, the tribe, it is an integral part of the brand. It's always been there.
And how do you feed it? Like, how do you ensure that they're always engaged? How do you show them? How do you keep them apart? Do you include them in the decision-making process at all?
Good question. Surprisingly, in the product decision-making process, not at all. And that's a bit surprising. Yeah, sometimes we get questions on that. Yeah. But in fact, no, it's a very selfish creative process. But however, on the other side, in all other aspects, absolutely, we were very close, and Max is obsessed with the idea that we need to give answers, personal answers, to all kinds of requests very quickly and very personally. Okay. That's something, he will get very upset with if that does not follow through.
Okay. And do you ever use them as a focus group? Like, if you never?
No, not really, to be honest. A lot of informal discussions, for example, at Dubai Watch Week, which is an amazing platform to have those informal discussions.
That's a shameless plug.
Absolutely, and I really mean that. It's an amazing platform once again, where we see collectors, where we see fellow brands, fellow retailers, and so on. It's a great platform. So we'll listen. We'll take all those things into account, but we don't systematically put focus groups together or whatever. That's going a bit too far now.
Okay, fine. So it's very casual, it's organic.
Exactly, organic is the term.
Okay, so now we're here at Mad Gallery in Geneva during Watches and Wonders, but you are not exhibiting at Watches and Wonders.
True.
Is there a reason why you decided to stay out of the fair?
Tough decision, to be honest, and we love the Watches and Wonders team. We're very close. At the time, we were one of the brands really spearheading the Carré des Horlogers, which was this section for smaller independent brands. So we're very close, but this year, and every brand has its own reasons and its own strategies. In our case, we felt that we're not in a phase where we are looking for new retailers. Yeah. So that whole commercial side, where Watches and Wonders can play a very important role, was not so important to us right now. Okay. Looking at our launch calendar, we had things planned before, we have things planned later. We didn't think, for us, again, our specific case, it was beneficial. So for all those reasons, we decided to stay outside this year. The door's always open.
But was it strategic in terms of because oftentimes when you're in fairs, a lot of things get lost in the noise. And then so your impact is quite minuscule compared to if you owned a different time of the year.
Yes, from my point of view as the marketing communications person, that was an additional concern. Yeah. The success of Watches and Wonders with the addition of major players, Rolex, Patek, and others, we felt that the noise level would be very high. Yes. So that's why the launch calendar was before or after.
And so you've recently launched the Mad 1 Red. What in the last 6 months from your launches were you most proud of? From your perspective, not from MB&F's.
Well, I think the answer to that is the Mad 1 and the Mad 1 Red, yes. Okay. Because it was, for us, a totally new dimension. Of course, we love our MB&F machines, and that remains the focus. If there's one thing important here that I need to say also, is that Mad 1 is definitely still a side project.
Oh, yes. So you consider, you split the two?
We split them, even though it's the same team. Yeah. Mad 1 is brought to you by the MB&F team. Yeah. It's a side project, and it's been crystal clear in everyone's mind, all the way up to Max, that this, the Mad 1 thing, which is a bit of a craze right now, should not put in any sort of danger our MB&F business.
Yeah.
That's
Can't
the focus.
cannibalize the two.
No, absolutely. Number one priority is MB&F, and we love making MB&F machines.
Yeah.
But again, personally, if there's any pride in the last months, it is this MAD 1 thing because it's just so different from what we do usually.
Yeah.
I think we've taken a relatively novel approach to the market in general, launching this more affordable piece, the way we did it. The team is proud of that.
Okay, well, I'm sure it's been really well received, you were saying, and you
Yes.
have, okay. So one story that I'm very proud of, and I think the entire Dubai Watch Week team is proud of, is the fact that the source of the collaboration between Bulgari
Yes,
and MB&F was at Dubai Watch Week.
you're right.
Yes, and do you plan or do you foresee any collaborations happening soon or anything you can hint?
They're
Hopefully
always
also taking place at Dubai Watch Week.
well. That's stretching it a little bit, but I can tell you that Dubai Watch Week, as I said before, is definitely a platform. And my second launch in line, when you asked me the question, what am I most proud of, would have been the Bulgarian MB&F collab, which yes, indeed, did start at Dubai Watch Week. We have a launch coming up at the end of May.
Okay.
I can't tell you what that is,
Okay.
but that also originated at Dubai Watch Week. It's
Oh,
not a collaboration
do
per
we
se.
get any commission? Like
You should.
We
I mean,
should at this point.
At this point, definitely, yes.
We should slide our name in a cog.
Yes.
One of our cogs, just DWW.
Agreed.
Okay.
Agreed.
And then, so you won't tell us what's the collaboration, but if I name brands that attended Dubai Watch Week, just blink twice for yes, once for
no,
no.
I won't look at the camera now.
Okay. And then, I'm going to land this plane. So, which market do you think MB&F is performing the strongest in? And which market do you think it has the most potential, but is still in the process of getting there?
Another good question. Well, right now, currently, one of the strongest markets is, again, the Middle East, the Gulf region, and our Mad Gallery,
Dubai Mall.
managed by Siddiqui in Dubai Mall, is one of our strongest points of sales in the world.
Yeah.
So that is an incredible market. It has grown very, very fast in the past few years. So hats off to everyone involved there. Another very strong market is the U.S. Surprisingly, for many years now, there have been phases, and we've always been very careful about balancing our business worldwide. We've never put all our eggs in the same basket. When brands were rushing like crazy into certain Asian markets or whatever, we always felt that was a little tricky. So a very balanced situation. Where are the next markets in the future? To answer that question, honestly, I don't know. But the fact that we do have this balanced network now in Asia, in the Middle East, in Europe, of course, in the US, in North America, we're confident it will continue to be a balanced growth.
Would you consider like a footprint expansion or store expansion, or would you focus more online?
Yes and no. What we are looking at right now is on improving the quality or the experience of the existing network. And of course, the number one experience you can have is the Mad Galleries.
Yeah.
And by the way, and sorry for being so positive, this looks like it's all rigged.
It's not,
but it's not. The best experience worldwide is currently in the Mad Gallery in Dubai, because that is the new updated look and feel design architecture of the Mad Gallery.
Yeah. I can vouch.
I love that gallery. It's really where we can't wait. I mean, even here in Geneva, we still have the older version, which is now 10 years old. We can't wait to update it here in Geneva as well.
It's experiential, it's immersive, so even it appeals to a huge spectrum of people. It's not,
people
really
feel welcome. It's high end, but it's very welcoming at the same time.
Yeah.
Again, so that's the best experience you can get, the Mad Galleries. We also have a number of multi-brand stores, some of which provide great service and so on, no question about it. But the new thing we're now doing is in certain locations where we do have an opportunity to create a MB&F Mad Gallery sort of experience, but not quite the space, because a Mad Gallery does require space. We're starting a new concept called MB&F LAB. Which is like a gallery in a smaller space. So a like selected number of artworks, of course the wristwatches as well. And those will start opening this year, mainly in the US, in Singapore.
That's something very exciting for a lot of MB&F tribe members. to look forward to.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Charris.
You're welcome.
Charris. Thank you for your time.
My pleasure.
And we'll see you soon in Dubai.
All right, look forward to it.